And now the soaring sensation of the Celestial Carnival, our world champion, Sky Surfers! The first athletes ever to combine the artistry of gymnastics with the mortal danger of long-distance flying. Of sky surfing, the world's longest continuous human flight from one end of the arena to the other. We give you Duman! And now for a feat of jaw-dropping difficulty. Get ready to see not one, but two simultaneous triple somersaults.
It is practice and physics that allow human beings to fly, hurtling up to 30 miles an hour, some 40 feet in the air. World-famous trapeze coach Vilen Golovko choreographed the largest flying act in Ringling Brothers history, the Angels of Fire.
I created this act because I try to make something different from every trapeze act. I try to make aerial ballet.
One of the acts which I really enjoyed was the Angels of Fire.
To a physicist, a trapeze swing is really just a pendulum.
When the catcher flips himself over and hangs from his legs, gets into catch position, his mass is being distributed further from the axis. The period is being lengthened.
The longer the period, the slower the motion.
That's crucial. They don't have stopwatches out, but the trapeze artists, they're just keying into the rhythm of oscillation of the catcher's swing. Once the release from the swing is made, there will be a certain amount of time in flight, in free fall, subject to the forces of gravity.
How does Oksana create the illusion that she is flying? It has to do with the path her body takes, which physicists call a parabolic arc. After a quick, steep climb, she slows down and spends most of her time at the top of the arc.
The flyer is not spending half the time at half the top height, spending half the time in the top 25% of that trajectory, hanging in the air.
This trick of nature creates the illusion that the flyer is defying the laws of gravity.
To make it look easy is, of course, the secret of the circus.
On Ringling Brothers Revealed, the greatest show on earth. Though they make flying look easy, aerialists hone their skills and new routines daily with 2 to 3 hours of grueling practice. When the curtain falls and the guests have gone home, the 8-hour workday has just begun for some of these performers.
You're watching Under the Big Top on A&E.
Where else but at Ringling Brothers could you find this sensational team of athletes from Moscow, performing a dramatic ballet on trapeze and trampoline that's never been seen anywhere before. Fearless and beautiful, the grace and safety of this act depends on teamwork and trust. All of the angels of fire think, breathe, and move as one. Now this is the circus. The soaring cloud jumpers challenge one another to even greater feats of daring.
They float through the air. Although the stunts that trapeze artists perform become ever more complicated, the basics haven't changed in 150 years. It's until the flying cranes. The flying cranes not only perform the fantastic and rarely seen quadruple somersault, but as Bob Brown shows us, they have an act with a message. And if you're wondering what war footage has to do with the trapeze, Bob has the answer.
The story of the flying cranes comes from World War II. It is a powerful Russian image from a poem that says, when soldiers died on the battlefield, their spirits rose into the sky, where they flew in the form of these great white birds, the cranes. From that legend has come this legend, a Moscow circus act called the Flying Cranes, that pays tribute to fallen war heroes in a form unlike anything the circus has ever seen. Performers in stark white costumes create the illusion of a transformation into birds. And then take flight above the ring with trapeze stunts that are among the most daring in circus history. Performers in stark white costumes create the illusion of a transformation into birds. And then take flight above the ring with trapeze stunts that are among the most daring in circus history. When the first part is over, the trapeze act begins. In this part, the cranes are just as tightly choreographed, this time for spectacular athletic maneuvers that remind you as much of a gymnastic event as a circus. When your eye expects to follow them to one destination, they often take off in midair to another. If they decide to perform 4 somersaults, they will do it now. But because they refuse to break the rhythm of the performance by announcing their tricks, you have to watch closely. Here, then, is an attempt, and you will see what few people have ever witnessed. a flyer trying 4 mid-air somersaults. Watch Peter Surgikoff. And watch again. Injuries prevented Surgikoff from trying for 5 on this tour, but he says he will try in the future. And if he makes it, the accomplishment will be superhuman by all the standards of the past.
There's still magic at the circus, and it's called
the Fabulous Flying Cranes.
Magnificent. It seems almost like a zero-gravity ballet.
It's like watching a work of art.